Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Anniversaries with Mending Hearts Counseling, and today's video is going to be all about how to allow the grief of a loss of a relationship naturally transmute itself through you for the best possible outcome for you to feel after the breakup, having released and surrendered to the feelings of grief. This video was actually requested by a wonderful viewer. Thank you so much, Daphne3717. I feel this is really important, and I did hear you say that there are not that many videos out there on how to deal with the grief of a loss of a relationship. So we're gonna do emotional wellness today because grief is an emotion, and we are going to understand what to do when we have strong emotions be present with us and how to transmute that into something that is more joyful and more serving. So first thing first, we have to turn towards our pain. This is the biggest lesson that I took from emotional wellness. Hiding from it, delaying the process, putting it under the carpet, denying that it's there, that will never be helpful because we have to walk through our emotions, understand why they're there, and transmute them. So step number one, we have to turn towards our pain. And I'm going to be looking at these notes too that I took from school because I don't want to miss any information that is so relevant in how to process grief through the lens of emotional wellness. So how do we turn towards our pain? Step number one, we turn towards it. We don't run from it. We identify the emotion. So say in the case of a breakup, if you're feeling grief, you identify that it is grief that you're going through. Then you accept what is. I accept that I am going through a breakup and I feel grief over the loss of this relationship, and that is okay. There's no guilt, there's no shaming yourself. Why am I feeling this way? Why is this happening to me? It's so normal and natural to be experiencing something like this. Every time you experience an emotion, it's because you're meant to walk through it. There's nothing wrong with you, or there's nothing that you did wrong or you could have done differently. Accept the present moment that you're in. This is what mindfulness is all about, is accepting where you are at any moment. And if we weren't meant to walk through our emotions, we wouldn't have them anyways. Remember our 5 predominant emotions: fear, sadness, anger, disgust, and joy. And predominantly we live in negative emotions. So remember this as a human being. There's nothing wrong with you. This is just how we were made. We were made to be below the line and do the constant work to get above the line. So we accept what is, realize the impermanence of all emotions. Emotions are not permanent. They are oscillating. Their energy, they can be transmuted into something else more beautiful and more serving. Investigate and respond. So investigate how you're feeling and respond to your feelings. Don't judge, don't run, just respond to your feelings. It's like this organic relationship that you can have with your emotions and feelings in order to transmute them. And we're going to talk about how to be with grief. And then, of course, be open to the outcome. We have no attachment to anyone, to anything, nothing. No attachment means no disappointment. It's freeing. So we don't have any attachment other than the opportunity to walk through our feelings and our emotions. So grief is not something that you can get over, actually. Grief can be understood as a natural response to loss. So loss of a relationship, loss of a friendship, loss of someone to actual physical death. Any loss. There's many losses that we are likely to encounter in our lives. So don't judge what the loss is, whether it's your dog or your partner or a friend, a relationship. If you feel the grief, we don't actually have to do anything, but it's most serving that we walk right through it. And this is how we're going to do it. Well, first of all, before we go to that, there's no timeline to grieving. I want to make sure that I highlight this because grieving is a highly personal experience. There's no normal length of time. So if you have to repeat the steps 10 times, do them 10 times. If it takes you just one time, that's okay too. Everything is always a-okay. Accept it all. It's just the most beautiful thing to be able to accept yourself for where you are and what you're feeling. There is no proper order that people should process through the stages of grief, because the stages of grieving a relationship in particular we're talking about in this minute or in this video, you're going to have denial, anger. There's going to be a stage of bargaining, depression, and then acceptance. So it doesn't matter in what order you experience these things, but allow the stages of grief to go through. And any feelings that come from it, also allow it to go through you. And you're gonna you will do the following in order to address your needs as you're going through the process of letting go of the emotions and feelings of grief. Acknowledging the reality of the loss. Acknowledging the loss of your relationship is really huge. And it's also really important to know that every time we lose something, there is room made for something else that is more serving and more in alignment of what we want to experience. This is always true. So hopefully this will also give a little bit of hope and a glimmer of light that just because something has ended does not mean that the opportunity for this experience has ended. The opportunity for you to have a partner that will fulfill you and make you feel all the things that you want to feel has not ended. It has maybe ended with this person, and maybe part of you is mourning the loss of the opportunity for you to finally have your inner child needs met, because maybe you grew up like me, where there was no validation from your primary caregiver that you're amazing, that you're beautiful, that you're worthy, that you're good enough. So maybe you grew up with a negative self-view and your inner child is crying and is grieving over perhaps the chance with this person that came into your life to finally have that experience where you're seen and you feel safe and secure and you feel loved. Maybe sometimes we're grieving that loss as well, the opportunity to have that experience. But just know that if it's not meant to flourish in that way, room for another opportunity for you to heal your inner child or feel the things that you want to feel is for sure to come in. Okay, so another need that you were gonna have that we already talked about is feeling the pain of the loss. Cry it out. If you're crying it out, you're just releasing it. It's okay. It's okay to miss and cry over someone that you had the hope to experience something that you have always been yearning for. That need of yours to feel safe and seen secure in a relationship that has not already been met. That thirst for you to taste that was, you're crying over this experience of not being able to have your thirst quenched by this particular individual, and that's okay too. There's gonna be somebody else, as long as you believe that you're worthy and you know that there's something more is coming. You're gonna develop a new self-identity. This is another wonderful thing to meet the need of releasing grief. My new identity: I am worthy of great love. I am worthy to have my needs met. I am worthy to recognize when something is not serving me. In this case, I walked away from it, but I'm mourning the loss of the good things that were in this relationship. And I'm mourning the loss of the possibility for my inner child to finally feel all the things that it's always wanted to feel. It's just an opportunity with this person, but I know that another opportunity is just around the corner for me, because I believe that I will meet it and I am worthy of it. And it will happen, whether it's with this person, because people can also arise to meet you where you want to be met, right? If we give the opportunity to change our identity, maybe that person will then energetically change their identity too and rise to meet us, or somebody else. But no attachment to the face. We just want to attach to the feeling of the new identity of what we want to experience in a relationship. And receive ongoing support from others. Reach out to people, talk about it. It's okay. It's okay to fall off the grief wagon and, as you're trying to create your new identity, to go back into the thought of, why didn't this person show up for me? Or why didn't this person like me? And ask a different question to yourself. Why am I, actually in this case, it would be, I am so thankful that I walked away from something that was not treating me as I wanted to be treated. I am so thankful that I didn't stay in something that did not resonate with me and made me feel X, Y, and Z. Because now it's not so much about why are they making me feel that way, or why do they not want me, or why are they not showing up for me in the way that I need to be shown up for. It's more of like, why am I staying in a relationship where this person is not showing up for me as I need to be shown up for? Why am I feeling this about someone who does not give me everything that I have wanted to experience in a relationship? After you give it your all and you try, have the knowing that by you walking away from this, you're actually achieving all that. So the question is no more, why are they not liking me? It's, what part of me wants to be in something that I don't fully like about myself? And it sounds like once you're going through the experience of grief, either you have walked away from this person or that person has walked away from you. Either way, it is a blessing from the creator of the universe to have you step aside from that experience that's not serving, to bring in something else as you work on your new identity of that you are worthy and you will have it and you deserve it. I feel that this is, I think that this video is complete with this information. I don't want to make it too long. I hope that what I said made sense. I hope that everyone can just be with her grief and not judge it or put limitations on themselves on how long they should be feeling it or why is it lasting so long. Allow it to just pass through you, because whatever we resist, it will persist. So as long as we let it pass through us, then it will no longer persist. And have the knowing that once you stop crying over the loss of the possibility of you experiencing what you wanted to experience with a person, another opportunity to experience the beautiful things that you had in your mind that you wanted to is around the corner, waiting for you to raise your vibration in order for it to be able to meet you. As always, I thank you so much for your time watching my videos, commenting, liking, subscribing in any capacity. Your DMs to me mean everything. Please, I love it when I hear from you. Do not stop reaching out to me. I always respond. And if you liked anything about this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. If you have any questions or anything that you want to work through, please do not feel shy to let me know about it, because I would love to be a part of your beautiful journey to become the best version of yourself. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.